Hey guys, Coach Marc Towe here, back at it again to go over the 10 essential foundations for excelling on defense. Today we're going to talk about foundation 3, transitional footwork. So I'm going to show you guys some drills that I do with my athletes to work on the traditional footwork. Right, so first drill is a 4-cone drill where they go from a back pedal to a break, side raise, run, break, back pedal, break, side raise, run, break, and then obviously they end with a visual tracking component, catching the ball. All right, so as you can see, I like to use the lines. I like to use the line so it helps the athlete stay straight on a straight path, right? So as you can see, blue sweatpants, he's staying on that line. Black sweatpants is staying on that line, right? As you can see, gray over here, he's veering off that line, right? So we want to teach and emphasize to our athletes, hey, stay on that line, right? Because in the game, there's not going to be lines on the field that they can use to be stay squared, right? So as you can see, blue sweatpants and gray sweatpants, they did a really good job staying on the line. Again, staying on the line, coming out, they break. Sideways run, comes out his break, right? Now we flip it, obviously, right? Every drill that I do, we go one direction, then we go the other direction, right? So let's watch black sweatpants here, right? Stays on the line, comes out his break, visually track the ball. Sideways run, right? So obviously you guys can see here, gray sweatpants. We want to make sure that we stay on the line. We don't want to veer, right? So we're not staying squared. We're not doing our job, right? We want to stay on the line. We want to emphasize that to our athletes. Now, next drill, obviously motor engagement time is huge. We want to try to get our athletes moving for as long as possible for the time that we have them, right? Obviously, if your athletes are staying busy, that leaves them less time to do things that they shouldn't be doing, right? So first one is they backpedal. On my whistle, they're going to open up, stay on the line, catch the ball, right? We want to emphasize again, staying on that line. Next progression of this drill is they open up, they get squared again, and then they open up the opposite direction, right? As you can see, black does a good job staying on that line there. You just watch black. He does a really good job staying on that line, right? Squared. Sideways run, I would have rather he kept his face forward, but he did a good job staying on that line, opening up, staying on the line, right? Next drill here is a 2-person drill. You have an offensive player and a defensive player. Emphasize to your offensive players, hey, make sure you give that defensive player a good look, right? Because you want a good look when you go. So I have my players visually tracking the hip, sideways running, offensive players running forward. On my whistle, we're going back the other direction. Still want to track the back hip. Change directions again. Next whistle, they're breaking out sideways. Now, I emphasize to my players, hey, we want to make sure that we keep the eyes on the hip until that receiver breaks, right? So as you can see, back, he keeps that eye on that hip. He stays engaged until he feels like he's in good positions when he looks back for the ball, right? We want to emphasize, we keep our eyes on the receiver until we feel like we're in a good position to locate the ball. Now we're going the opposite direction. Changing direction. You can mix up the timing a little bit. He keeps his eyes on the hips, turns his eyes back. Great rep. See how the receiver's giving him a little stutter there, right? Want to be creative here. Give it a look, change directions, stay on that hip, then locate the ball, right? That's a really good rep right there. Those are 3 drills that I use to work on my athlete's traditional footwork. You can use this drill from linebackers, corners, and safeties, right? Working on sideways run, backpedaling, just transitioning from the direction you're going to the other direction, right? So those are all good reps right there. Hope you guys liked it.